Hey guys, my name is Trey, and today we got this lovely subject of what's... God, fuck! We're doing a zombie apocalypse
There's a
podcast,
subject called
guys.
Godfuck?
God fuck, yeah!
Some godfuck.
What happens
It's
behind
softly,
closed
God
altar
doesn't feel
doors?
guilty about it.
Alright, we're doing a
Let's.
podcast on the zombie apocalypse theme. And with me, I got all these amazing people, and I would have no idea which order you guys are going to introduce yourselves in. Let's go with the order of the top of the way people are lined up. So, Tech, you're up.
Alright, my name is Technivolt, or Greg, it doesn't matter what you call me. I'm from California, the United States.
Next, be Alex.
My name's Alex. I'm from York in the United Kingdom.
Sarah.
My name's Sarah, and I'm from Liverpool in the United Kingdom.
Zach.
I'm Zach, or Darkmane on YouTube. I am from California in the United States. Same area as Tech.
Griggs, Dark.
I'm Brandon from the Worst Heroes on YouTube, and I'm from the middle of fucking nowhere, Maine.
Max.
Hi, I'm Max. I'm from Hull in the United Kingdom.
You're not from Hull.
Alright.
Shut up.
Oh, I'm Sarah, and I'm also known as Wolfcake on YouTube. There you go.
Shameless plug.
Robin. Hey man, you're up.
Who? Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you.
Who else?
Now that I'm Adam, and I'm from Robin on YouTube, and I'm also from Hull.
Ooh.
Alright. Well, this is everybody we got here, and we got an amazing subject for all of you guys. We're going to be talking about the zombie apocalypse, of course, and different items and subjects in there, involving from both books, games, to strategies, to the living, and much more. So you guys have a great podcast coming for you guys, and we're going to enjoy this.
Hey.
Woo!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
So here's the subject, guys. If there was... Let's start off with something basic and simple. If there was a zombie apocalypse, we're not going to go into detail just yet about what kind of zombies like that. If, like, the basic George A. Romero kind of zombie apocalypse happened, do you think the government would crash as quickly as it portrays in the movies?
I wouldn't say so.
I guess
No.
it would depend on something. Because I've
I-
tried...
It all depends on where it is. Like, where
I'd
there's...
say
Yeah.
since most governments have technically got a zombie plan, I'd say
Have they?
it'd be
Yeah.
under control. Yeah, I
yeah,
know
they
America
use it.
did
They
it.
use the zombie plan. In America, they use the zombie plan. It's like they use that because everyone can relate to zombies. They use it as like the general.
Yeah.
What if there's a mass disease outbreak thing, and they
Yeah.
use that, and
Yeah.
they use zombies as like the base to like, and this is what we would do if this happened.
Yeah, there's an actual zombie protocol. Yeah, I actually
I
have
think
the
so.
textbook somewhere.
I built
I
a
think,
city on SimCity, and the entire it was a very sound city. Everything was built up perfectly, and then it was completely destroyed by a zombie outbreak. It was completely
think,
decimated.
So next subject is, we're going to talk about, we talked about zombies, and so some of you guys think we would be destroyed, some of you guys won't. And that also kind of depends on what kind of zombies. I said we were going to talk really much
Yeah.
about that at the moment, but let's get into that. So we got the original zombies, the slow, I want to eat your brains kind of zombies. We also have, let's just say, the 28 days zombies. Infected by rage, not technically a zombie, they're still alive,
Yeah.
but uncontrollable and will attack and scratch anybody. And then
Yeah.
we have the
I am Legend zombies.
The I Am Legend zombies. They can't go out in the daytime and eat.
Oh,
They're like
they'd
zombie
be-
vampires.
You could
Vampire
just go
zombies.
in the day.
They're
couldn't
like
you?
the Minecraft zombies.
Yeah, they're like
Well-
zombie-ish vampires.
The ones that only spawn in the night.
Yeah. And
I
then,
think the 28 days later zombies would definitely have a much better time trying to take down the government than the others.
Yeah.
well,
Especially
same thing
the ones
with
What about
from
the
the
World War Z zombies?
Yeah, the World War
Yeah,
Z.
World War Z
Yeah, the
zombies.
swarm zombies.
Well, any
be
zombies
pretty
that travel
difficult.
really fast and in the day will overthrow a government, but stuff like I Am Legend zombies and zombies that come out at night, they'd be pretty easy, I'm guessing, because I'm guessing you'd find the hive or whatever. I'm
Not
thinking of
unless the
dying,
hive is so
That's
massive.
assuming that a zombie
you have to
And
find
what
the
about
hive,
the
and you could get someone. You could throw all kinds of. You could add all kinds of bombs and detonators and all kind of stuff and blow it up.
Tossing
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm
And then
sure-
there's also
I'm sure it would take a long time, but I think I'd imagine
it'd be
it wouldn't-
possible. It'd be easier to take care of than the ones that can go during the day.
Yeah.
Tossing
With
a
the I Am
tiny little
Legend
pipe bomb in
zombies.
there.
I wouldn't.
And then there's also and then there's the arguably one of the more unique type of zombies that's, from The Last of Us, the clickers and those,
Oh,
like
yeah,
from the
yeah,
fungi.
Those are the mutated zombies, like from the Left 4
Yeah.
Dead, the Last of Us. There's basic zombie aspects, but there have been mutated or altered, kind of like what happens in the Resident Evil games as well, or movies. We're just going to call them alter. And there's also the hybrid zombies, which they are zombies. They do want to eat you. They want to eat your brains, but they are fast moving as well. And so out of all these zombies, this last one is what I actually believe would be the most lethal. And people out there say zombies are meant to be slow. They don't got high power brain function. But what I believe is because they are dead, they don't have the limitations that a living human being has.
No,
Because they don't get tired from
Yeah,
running.
but they'd be still. Yeah, but zombies are basically corpses. They're rotting bodies, and I'd assume that they are.
They
like,
don't feel pain.
Still rotting away.
No,
yeah, but
they
I
wouldn't,
think they're
no.
still rotting away. I still
They
think
might
they're
fall
rotting
apart.
away. So if they tried to run, then their kneecaps would snap or whatever.
Well,
and
I believe that.
Well,
That's-
if you run like too fast, or
Yeah,
if you train the engine
there's
too
no
fast.
limitations. They have no limitations.
I think there is the limitation of the rotting, but
Yes.
if it's from like a brand new zombie like it just turned, it still takes about what is it like
if it's
a few days for it to actually enter
Start,
rigor
yeah.
mortis.
Yeah, if it's like a freshly
Whatever it
made
is.
zombie, then
Rigor
sure.
mortis?
But I'd also agree in the sense that like even though their kneecaps would snap, they'd still come at you.
Yeah, because they
So I
feel no
suppose there's
pain.
still the
Course.
danger.
Because
It's
you'd still have the head going.
it's the basic need to either feed or starve or whatever basic
Just-
need that the infection caused and fucked with them. They're hungry or they
Yeah.
just want to kill. For some reason,
That also brings
Yeah,
up
are
another
they
thing
hungry
about like
or
the,
do they want to kill? Which one?
okay,
Yeah,
so,
this also brings up like the other idea that I just got reminded of because of like we're talking about basic needs and stuff. There's also another sort of weird semi-zombie, but not really. They're not really zombies, but they sort of act, at least in the beginning. The victims of the EMP attack from Stephen King's book Cell.
I've not read that book, so
I've not read either.
I think
No,
I've
you're
heard
right.
of that. I think I've heard of that. I think I've heard of that.
It's basically what the thing did. It was some sort of specially designed electromagnetic pulse, or at least that's what the survivors of the thing assume it to be. And in the beginning, it basically just rids the person of their personality and humanity and just basically turns them into zombies where they only care, or they're basically just attacking anything that they can see moving and see as a threat. And later, it gets really confusing later on. They sort of become psychic. It's a weird book. But,
we
yeah.
we will get into we actually have a topic subject for books and stuff like that. We will get into that in a little bit. We were talking about zombies, and I just completely got thrown off. I have to bring up the list of my little menu we're talking about. All right, so what do you guys? What country? If there was a zombie outbreak, what country do you think, if it originated at, the outbreak originated at, would crash the government or even spread across the world faster than it would in another place?
India. Definitely India. That's what I guess.
Yeah, I'd say so because that's mostly populated. That's the biggest population probably in
Yeah.
a small area. Although then you only think about China and places.
What about
China.
yeah,
No,
China.
China has really good
I'd
Maybe
say
ideas.
place-
They can help take care of
I'd
that.
say
I can't really
China
say
or
an
Russia.
actual place. I can't say an
Well,
actual
say-
place. I just think because I don't know what the
What about
most.
Ukraine?
I don't know exactly what it is, but I think it would be like the most densely populated area. It would be like the one that would be the fastest to fall.
But then again, you have to think
Okay.
about what it's surrounded by water. In that case, then
It'd be the most
You know.
densely populated with the least with the least technology, most probably.
Well, yeah,
well,
but
the big thing
if we want-
is we
if-
need
In Africa.
if we're going
Yeah,
on
so-
saying about it spreading and how it spread around the world quickly, India is, and China. China, I believe, is a really
I
good
think Hong
strategy.
Kong.
I
Hong
think
Kong
maybe
maybe because
China.
like the
Maybe
international
New
trading hub.
But I'm also thinking more of like the United States as well too, because
Yeah.
me being an American, I know how stupid our fucking country can be at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I honestly think that maybe the place like New York, as you said, is like in a really crowded place.
all right, but let me rephrase. But if there was ever a zombie apocalypse, like say in Europe, no offense to any Europeans in this group or out there, if there was a zombie apocalypse out in Europe, I can pretty much guarantee you we're gonna fucking bomb that place to get rid of the infection.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd imagine that.
Why?
I think the big thing you need in order to be able to have it spread across the world, though, is you need a place that's got enough population to infect, but not enough parameters for stopping it, and still have all of the means to travel to other countries that are populated.
So,
So it has to
basically,
be like a major trading hub. It has to have high population density. It doesn't have to have high population, but high population density and low technological power. So it's
Exactly.
So-
It has to be I reckon it has to be a country as well that doesn't have like a very good healthcare system as well.
so America, China,
So like
Japan,
it'd
so
probably
it'd be
be-
Hong Kong.
basically some place. I don't know how densely populated it is, but I know they don't have because like the Ebola outbreak down in I forgot what country. I forgot the actual name of it.
and that a lot of the African
It's
countries
spreading
probably
like
go
shit.
down
That
really
one
quickly.
disease is spreading like shit down there. It's like everyone down here is
Yeah.
infected now. Like that's
So-
zombies, and then there's some people are still going down there as doctors, and some people are coming back with it. I suppose that would also depend if it. I suppose in order to calculate or determine how well the apocalypse would spread, is what's its sleep. I forgot the actual term for like how long incubation period. How long is the incubation period of the?
Let's make it
of the
24
disease.
hours.
24
So
hours makes
basically-
it difficult, but I think that if it happens in any other country and the CDC here in the United States finds out about it, they're going to send medical personnel to try and work on it. And as we saw with the Ebola shit that happened, some of the people who come back don't want to stay in quarantine.
Yes.
That happened
Yeah.
like an hour away from my apartment.
So we can
But if
pretty
it-
much all agree that the
Same what happened in Africa as well.
Yeah.
People, some people just like
Sarah!
thought it was like a conspiracy. Sorry.
Sarah.
If it was to happen in, if it was to
Damn,
happen,
can't melt steel beams.
if it was to happen in a continent like Africa, then chances are countries like the United States probably wouldn't care about it until it got closer to them, and then they would start caring about it.
Or
It's like the
we'll
Ebola.
end up sending a couple guys down there and end up bringing it back to our own country, and then we'll be worried about it.
Then
Well,
they'll be
no,
worried.
well,
They
if,
won't-
like,
even if
if
it-
something, if,
So
if,
we
like the
can-
word zombies or something similar to that was mentioned, then like the government might not get on it right like immediately, but like everybody else will like.
Kind of
Like,
like what
things
happened
will-
with World War Z, how nobody really believed they were zombies until they were fucking zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, there's no such
Yeah.
thing as... Oh,
They don't even use the word zombie either.
well, they eventually used the
Well,
word
they-
zombie in the
No,
movie.
they
Yeah,
did.
they don't
No,
like-
the original,
Yeah,
the original
they use
report
it,
did
like,
use the
time.
word zombie. They did the original report. If you remember from when he was talking to when the Brad Pitt was talking to the Jewish person whose name I'm forgetting right now, the prime minister did actually say that the report did actually use the Indian word for zombie.
Yeah.
Zombie in like the report, yeah.
All right, so back to the main point before we got off subject. We can pretty much guarantee that cities, these major cities that are highly densely populated, chaotic, and if everything went wild, we would not be able to control. So cities like probably Los Angeles, New York, Hong Kong, and maybe even Tokyo. I'm not so aware. Beijing and stuff like that. A lot of these cities, if the outbreak started there because they're so wild and trade, chances are it's pretty much going to go worldwide at that point in time.
I have sort of a tangent to go off of this, which would be if it were if the zombie apocalypse didn't start which would be more deadly for the zombie apocalypse, for it to start in a big town and like all the people there and a lot of people got infected all at once, or if the zombie apocalypse slowly spread through a whole bunch of little rural towns first
I'd
and
slowly spread. I reckon.
It slowly spread, and then slowly the zombies,
Well,
unbeknownst to people because they're rural towns and they don't have a lot of connection to the outside world.
Yeah, I'd
for the
imagine
most
it's
part.
slowly spreading.
that you can also don't forget about the fact that let's say we were talking about the 24 hours incubation period. They might not know they're infected. They go home, kiss their loved ones, they're infected, or blood, say bites, saliva, blood transfer, and scratching all are ways to determine transmitting infection. So with this, with the 24 hours, you can pretty much guess that people who are not going to be aware they are infected are going to spread this out like crazy before the first signs even start to show.
And for the incubation period, are we assuming that as soon as the incubation period, the person just drops to the floor and starts turning into a zombie, or does it slowly get like flu-like symptoms and they slowly deteriorates into the part where their mind finally just breaks and they go into full-on zombie mode?
Let's say they get sick, they keep getting sicker and sicker, depending on the severity of the transfer of it. If like 6 fucking zombies are chewing at your chest and stuff like that, pulling your intestines, because you're being exposed to the virus so much, you're going to turn quicker.
Yeah.
That could bring up another question. Do you believe is going to be the most likely candidate for holding the zombie disease? Bacterial, viral, or
Viral.
parasite?
Yeah.
Viral.
Bacterial. That's mine.
It can spread quickly and mutate quickly.
Viral, it's going to be because some dumbass scientists in some labs are trying to make either a biological warfare weapon or a cure to some kind of cancer, and it mutated and got out.
28 days later.
28 days later.
And then we refer to them as
Or the rabies from World War Z.
Yes, or H1... no, not the game H1Z1, but I forgot what it was.
Bird flu, I think.
It was... we have bird flu and West Nile
H5N1.
virus.
Yeah.
And West Nile virus...
There's one, like the one I'm watching now, where they say that the start of the apocalypse was brought by Wi-Fi, and it mingled with everybody's molecules and made them into zombies.
Oh, we would all be fucking dead by now then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We would all be dead by now.
If it transmitted via radio waves, we're dead.
Everyone would, that would be a very quick zombie apocalypse. So
That would
everyone
be,
would be dead.
That would be.
I just got a great idea. I haven't actually seen this in the movie because how about this for a zombie apocalypse like that? Radioactive mutation from global warming, and because the global warming, our atmosphere is dwelling away and it's releasing more radiation in from the sun rays to the earth, causing mutated virus.
That could be interesting. It could be very interesting.
The
But that
people
means-
that visit
directors.
Antarctica first, those would be the first to go. Probably. There's a giant whole nose on there over there.
That's
that-
a little too close to the Maze Runner, for my opinion, though.
We could also say, if that were the case, we would know that everyone at the equator would be the first ones to turn,
Yeah.
because that gets the most direct sunlight.
It can spread. It can spread quickly, and depending on the conditions of the country.
And then there's people
UK
up
would
in
be
like,
fine because the weather's shit.
and then there's the people up in like
We're
Alaska
fine.
where there's
We're fine.
like,
We're fine.
We're
We're
days of
fine. We don't
sunlight.
even know what the sun is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's us in California. Ha! Ooh, too much of it.
We've got this subject down so far, and the next subject I would like to cover is what are some items, equipments, if there was, say there's a zombie apocalypse and it's been going on for about 6 months. Equipment and items and scavenging are low because the people who are survived are already raiding everything. What are some items you guys would need to find to possibly survive, or things you need to be worried about other than the infected to use to survive?
I think the
Well,
first thing you have to worry about is
that-
finding a steady source of food. The first thing.
Oh,
Steady source of food and a clean source of water. Those
You
are the
need a
two. If
weapon
you don't
as
have
well.
those two things, you're screwed no matter what weapons you have.
And fire and
You
You need a
shelter.
weapon at least to stun them, to kill them, if not stun them.
I would,
yeah,
Team Fortress 2.
I would actually avoid guns and all that kind
No,
of
but-
thing.
Because
If
they
I was in
attract
England,
attention.
yeah, if
Yeah,
I was in
if-
England,
if
well, obviously
you-
being in England, since we don't have any guns, it'd be quite easy. But like, not guns, not anything that attracts a loud sound. So I'd probably stick with like bows,
Melee
knives,
weapons.
daggers.
Yeah, but if
Crossbows.
you,
don't have any
if you have a
crossbows
gun
things,
and you don't have any ammo, just take
No,
the
no,
butt
no.
of the
There
gun
are
off
some.
and use that at the
There are
club.
some.
Yeah, but not enough to like, you know.
Something to either stun them, just keep them at a distance from you, or if you need
Or
to.
like use things to distract them, or
Well, are we
Like
talking about
deodorant.
ones where you have to.
Moments of
Which amount
change
do you
is
have to get
good.
with the head
I
or
would
not?
see to having a gun in that situation wouldn't be for being taking care of the zombies. It would be for keeping yourself safe from other people, because
Yes.
Yeah.
in a situation like that, anarchy is going to reign, and no matter how good-hearted you are, there's a good chance
There's
the
gonna be
person coming
a
up to
good
you
chance
isn't.
that there's like 500 assholes. For every good person in the zombie apocalypse, there's gonna be like 500 assholes.
Everybody's
we're
gonna.
going to be like cannibals as well.
There's
perhaps.
gonna be there.
Yeah.
There probably are gonna be out there cannibals. There's gonna be people out there who also want to steal your shit, and there's also gonna be people out there who are gonna be total fucking asshole. Oh, you have a woman? I'm gonna make that woman mine for the night, and you know what? Maybe torture,
Yeah.
kill her. Who knows?
Bye, Sarah.
Bye, Sarah.
That's why we gotta stick together, guys.
That's why we got
It's
rid
not
of
a
Heather.
woman, I'm not.
That's why we're
It's
gonna-
not a woman's world. The zombie apocalypse, is it?
That's why we got rid of Heather. She was always
It's not
the
really
biggest
anybody's
issue.
world. The only person that actually has any power in the zombie apocalypse is the person that has the most weapon training and the most survivability skills. If you can't, yeah.
Bear Grylls.
Hey.
I'm gonna go drink my own piss.
I've seen some women mess up some men real quickly. I would not count off women. If worst case
I
scenario,
wouldn't. No, definitely not. No.
All right, working as a head bouncer, I can tell you this much: I would much rather throw out the guy who's as tall as me, 6'4" or more, and weighs 300 pounds, than the scrappy little 5 foot tall, 100-pound woman who's drunk, because she will destroy me.
I absolutely agree with you there.
Honestly, women are not to be underestimated.
Yeah, I could imagine like a girl like in terms of like sex could probably like appeal in that sense and betray someone, you know, to get information or whatever.
Yeah.
So I suppose in that sense they're a bit more sneaky than guys who would probably be a bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
They'd be
Right.
more
Frustrating,
straightforward. They'd be
Sarah.
like, "Give me your shit, or I'm going to kill you."
Yeah.
Do you
And
guys?
you'd have
And then the girl would try and seduce the person if they're
Yeah,
a
because
male.
I think
And then she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this." And then once
Or-
they have their back turned, you slice
Yeah,
their
'cause-
throat, steal their shit.
Yeah, because I think girls, women appeal to human nature, which is sex, isn't it? Really, so it probably would
But
be
there's
easier
also-
for a girl to get around.
Sarah, can you do me a
There's
favor?
also-
During the apocalypse, can you just stay in my view? I don't want you behind me.
That also does raise another
Alright.
question, since like the human nature about having it just food, water, and sex for like the three basic human needs. If the
And-
virus is
and
if the
shelter.
virus,
Shelter.
yeah, shelter. So
And
I mean,
everything.
water, food, shelter, and sex, reproducing. If the
Reproduction.
virus got rid of all the basic cognitive things, except for the things that humans were base instincts to survive, would zombies be having sex?
No.
And then what? Having zombie babies? That's just creepy.
Or it might. It might
Dawn of the day.
Like, would
we
they
gotta-
have
we
like
gotta-
not like
They are
actually
dead.
having it, but would they have a drive to do it, like the instinctual drive to do it?
I don't think. I think
Well,
it's
that-
going to
well-
be like more
Well, it
basic.
depends on their appetite, of course.
They're absolutely.
I think for zombies, I think they're so focused on eating that all the other basic instincts kind of are thrown out the window.
Yeah.
When you become a
Sex.
zombie, are you still like male and
Zombie
female?
Viagra.
Okay, I have a next subject that kind of goes on par with
To
this
revive
one.
your dead one.
So his warm bodies would probably contradict
If your
that.
zombie
Yeah.
stays erect for more than 4 hours, please consult a shotgun.
Okay, guys, hold up. I actually have the next subject that kind of goes along with this one. Like we're
That's
talking
weird.
about. Shut the hell up. It's more of the concerns and well-beings of infections of the living, which means like diseases or infections. If you get a cut that's not from a zombie, you have to worry about like it turning green and rotting away. Medicine, the location of medicine, if not able to find medicine, find items out there that you can be used for as medicine. What are your guys' opinions on this?
I'm gonna save this next question, but I think that a medicine would be very important. And like, if you can't find medicine, you're always gonna be, and you see someone get. I think the smartest thing to do would just be to find medicine first thing, That way, if something does happen, you're prepared instead of having to wait until something bad does actually happen.
I suppose if the zombie apocalypse started and you were in your house, you could probably gather all the medical supplies there. But I wouldn't be so sure to go straight to a pharmacy because I'd imagine that's the first place everyone would go and where probably most of the zombies might be.
Yeah.
Depending on depending on like what's happened. Like I'm sure perhaps in the first like few hours of the apocalypse you could possibly get to a pharmacy, but like if you were like an hour, if you were like a year or so into the zombie apocalypse, I just wouldn't bother.
At that point in time, scavenging medicine is probably invalid.
You would have to go. You would have to stop using prescription medications and all that stuff, and you'd have to hope that your library would still be intact, and it would still have one of the herbal medicine remedy books that teach you how to do like medieval stuff.
Like,
and also this. You go, Trey.
I was just saying, like where I live right now, we have a lot of willow trees around here, and the cool thing about willow trees is if you actually eat the bark of a willow tree, it's a pain reliever, and it's a little bit stronger than Tylenol. So
that tastes terrible.
That's interesting.
Absolutely terrible.
Take it with sugar.
When it comes to survival, I'm pretty sure the two things that go right out the window are how often you shower and how much you care about how something tastes.
I think comfort is just comfort is something that goes. Well, hygiene would be you wouldn't be showering, but you would be probably washing yourself because hygiene, lack of it, leads to infections, makes you slightly weaker as a survivor because you're sick, or you're sick.
I suppose like you shouldn't wash. I suppose like the problem with hygiene in that sense is that the zombies could possibly smell you better.
Yep.
Depending on whether the senses are good. And
but that would then
to be honest, like I think the best way is to smell like a zombie. Really, like when you have these people who cover themselves in zombie entrails to camouflage, so it's probably best to smell like a zombie than.
But what if you're
human being?
What if you're wearing these zombie entrails and you get a cut on your arm?
Then you're screwed.
You're screwed then, yeah.
It's nice to know.
That's one of the problems I've always had when a movie or anything ever depicted someone as surviving by sneaking through with the zombie guts and stuff all over them is it's liquid on your body. Wouldn't it just soak in through your pores for a short amount of time?
Yeah.
I think the only way that you I think the best way to do with the zombie entrails is if you get one of those. You know how Halloween you have those full body morph suit things?
Yeah.
You'd have to be wearing one of those before you put
who has that in
on.
Apocalypse?
In the Walking Dead.
I know quite a few people in my hometown that have morph suits.
Hey, what about
in the Walking Dead?
I ain't judging you, man.
In the Walking Dead, they do successfully walk through a horde just by putting on their clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then they get discovered at the very end, don't they?
Yeah.
But it's only because the rain came. But otherwise, they were doing okay.
Fucking weather.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming that, in The Walking Dead, the blood doesn't matter. But if it was a 28 Days Later universe, putting blood on you wouldn't be advised. Unless it's on your shirt.
And like World War Z.
28 days later, I wouldn't want to walk through them anyway. They'd run faster than me anyway. I'm fat.
Yeah. And the whole thing, like with World War Z, the only reason why they can tell if you're infected or not is because if you have the virus or not. They can sense the virus in each other. And that's why if they don't sense the virus in you, they come after you. That's what's the deal with the 28 hours.
But they don't sense a virus in you. Because remember, the whole thing with is they sensed viruses in other people, and that's why they didn't attack them. Anyways, this also going back to the original statement for this one section of this session about like what medicine and stuff. This is something I've been asking a bunch of kids around my school, and Technivolt knows this. Which do you think is going to be more valuable as like a trading thing? Assuming you're able to find other peaceful humans, which one is going to be more valuable as trading? Ammunition and weapons or medicine?
Medicine.
Medicine.
I'd probably think
food.
medicine above ammunition and weapons, but I also think that certain things that would just boost people's morale, like alcohol, would also be a very good trade.
Alcohol, comfort.
Yeah, and the thing with most weapons is that you can make most of them yourself. So.
Yeah,
I don't need
and
to.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people that they see the opportunity where they can get drunk. They're going to be like, here, have a shotgun. I'm gonna go get smashed for the night and forget that this whole thing's happening.
Yeah.
And then they walk out into the horde and like while they're drunk and they start yelling at the zombies for making a loud noise while they're trying to.
Hey, quiet down! You're too loud up there.
Yeah, you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. They can do that.
I mean, you're drunk, you won't feel it, so it doesn't matter.
Guys, really
pause.
really
We're on
quick.
pause. Hold up, we're on pause.
Really quick for a moment. Heather's come back.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
No,
Yeah.
she's a zombie. Kill her.
Infected. Alright, we gotta call it. No.
No.
You know what?
use a
Heather's
zombie.
missed out. We're already about halfway through the podcast. We can bring her in another one. I do apologize. She came in late. We rushed things a little bit early, but we can come in late. We'll do another podcast next week or something. Okay, then.
Yeah.
Alright, so
That's interesting.
I just had this great. Alright, so if there was a zombie outbreak, let's say of the levels of the original concept we discovered, they can run, but they don't feel pain. It takes 24 hours. The infection started in a really populated area with not a lot of protection, and it was able to spread a lot. Say a year has passed, or 2 years passed. Do you think with the survivors or outwitting it, would there be a chance to survive the zombie apocalypse?
For a time,
If 2 years is a Technivolt,
for a time, yes. But then, like, if like the zombies start going away, then like people are gonna start coming out and kill each other for like supplies, and so like the whole population of the survivors is gonna go down. Well, could go down, and if they don't start killing each other for the supplies, then you have a pretty good chance of actually surviving it.
Yeah, he brings up a very good point. I mean, if
And coming back.
it depends. Like, are the zombies going to be able to continue to survive after that amount of time? If not, the survivors are going to be going at each other just to be able to survive because all they've known for the last 2 years is surviving, and anything else is bad. And
Anything goes.
yeah, if
yeah.
the zombies
there's no government,
keep
there are no
surviving,
laws. Oh, look. Who's Haruka
Hello.
Gina?
Oh, hi,
Hello.
Heather. We were going to
Hello,
invite
Heather.
you, but you weren't here, and now we're halfway through. It's a little too late. All right, you know what? Never mind. Everybody be quiet.
I'm sorry.
Heather, we're going to do an introduction with you. Heather, introduce yourself and your channel or where you're from.
Okay, well, I'm Heather Fitzpatrick. My channel name is Haruko Jinna. I do gaming, vlogs, and a load of other crap. And I'm from London.
Nice to meet you,
It's
Heather.
another girl.
Nice to
Yeah.
meet you.
Yeah.
she
We're not
survived
going to
the
have to
zombies
resort
after
to
we-
incest
Heather
to
survived. Heather
We've
survived.
already
Dun, dun,
made
dun.
the point clear. We've already made the point clear that women might be very important in
Yeah.
zombies.
and
Yes.
evil.
We've covered
And
quite a
evil.
few subjects. We're about
And
halfway
evil.
How
through
would
now.
we be evil?
You just
Sarah brought up some good
Seduction.
points.
All right, Heather,
Magic.
Heather,
That
you can
is
go
how-
back and watch the beginning part of the podcast when it's posted, and you will understand yourself.
Okay.
Plus it gets us views.
I have a feeling what I've said will probably
Itchy
get some like
bass.
feminists going like, "Oh my god, she's talking about sex. Girls only can do sex." Ooh.
Oh, trust me, if
Very
we
true,
were
sorry,
all to
very
survive a zombie apocalypse, I can pretty much guarantee at least one of us are getting our butt stretched.
Not me.
That's a
Giggity
new
you.
audience.
I vote Zach.
Yep, same here. I second that.
Zach, you're a very pretty boy.
Volunteer Zach from you.
Hey, you gotta buy me dinner first.
Or how about not a
Oh,
bullet in the head?
I'll definitely get you some meat to eat.
Zombie meat. Oh, I get it now. My bad. That went right over my head.
Man,
Alright,
that's what you did there.
so, alright, now that we talked about kind of a zombie apocalypse and what we could do to survive, and what kind of zombies are out there, what would be some good strategies to surviving the zombie apocalypse?
Not
Total
like too much
rude.
noise.
I'm not just short term, like day one outbreak, but also
think it
2 years of survival. What
Group
would be
work.
good strategies?
I think it depends on
Anything that
the
involves
type of
group
zombies
work.
we've got, to be honest.
That's true.
But I've
Trust no
already
one.
I already had this idea that like
Well, you
staying
gotta
put
trust
until
people in
you.
order to stay alive, Max.
I
Yeah,
reckon
really?
like staying put. Like it depends on like what if you've got like a fence around your house or like a really good like fence that no one can climb over.
Or you just
I would imagine again.
It
It depends on the type of zombie, but I'd imagine staying put until you get a grasp, if that would be possible, of the situation, or like look around your house, do like a check your stock, your inventory, look around for any weapons, perhaps board up your windows, and yeah, that's probably
the
what
aim
I
would
would
be
do.
not to make too much noise. Because if you didn't make too much noise, it wouldn't attract attention to yourself.
Yeah.
I think for
Let me
me,
get my
it might-
power
But
tools to get my
at the
my
start,
boards
but
on
at the
my windows.
start,
My
yeah, but at the start, you wouldn't be so bad worrying. You wouldn't have to worry about noises at the start, because at the start everyone's screaming, running around, panicking.
Yeah.
So you've kind of
Right.
got
And
that.
cars are crashing, things
if
are
you're
burning.
Yeah,
if
so
you're able to
you can
Fuel
use
is
that.
melting steel beam.
Yeah, you can use that time to close up your windows. Obviously, it depends
Assuming
on
you have
people's.
plywood laying around.
Yeah, and well, you'd probably like use something like wood from like a table or something. But it's also assuming that random people aren't just going to take the opportunity to rob your house.
Yeah.
Lots of dead
If
bodies
you're
and
able-
neighbors
I
not
really do
making
wonder how fast that would actually take. How long people would take in general to, like, revert from civilized human being to.
State of nature.
Oh,
Ban
it-
it.
if
almost
you're, like-
overnight, guaranteed.
Really?
Yeah, but I suppose if you're like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a prep, like a doomsday prepper,
Well,
or
true.
like you're prepared for things like this. I suppose
And that
you
brings-
probably would.
Yeah, and that's correct. And that brings up another thing about that. If you're able to initially survive the first 4 days of the outbreak, you got a pretty decent chance of figuring out what you need to do to survive. It's that first 4 days where everything's all hell's gone loose, everything's up in the air, anybody's done. It's practically pure fucking luck if you survive those first 4 days. After that,
Yeah.
it's all on you.
The one key that you could do to help survive the first 4 days: stay away from heavily populated areas.
What if
Oh,
you live
yeah.
in a heavily
Yeah,
popular
stick
area?
to the countryside
Get
and
the-
avoid
Like,
forests.
get the
as well.
hell out.
I'm gonna be fucked then if there's a zombie apocalypse.
That's the problem. Everybody else
That's
is
why I'm
going to have...
glad I'm.
Well, Mac,
Everybody
else is
Mac,
gonna have the
you
same
and I
idea as
are
you.
Pretty fine. They wouldn't bother coming to Hull.
I guess.
So then would you-
I guess
so then would
living in the
everyone
fucking
go- So but then would be the
dark. I
first.
guess.
Would be the first. Would the first thing anyone would do would then would blah. Would the first thing you would do then would to drive to like the countryside or something rather
Yeah,
than stay put.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's less supplies, isn't there? It's
But
a
then
problem.
again, I suppose what you can say against
Grow
that
your
is
own.
perhaps that's what everybody's doing.
Yeah, so you get more
And
people in the
then-
country
That's
than there is in
true.
Hyperplay.
Yeah,
Oh.
and like I was trying to say, if you're living in heavily populated, let's say New York, if the outbreak happens, say a day or so into it, everybody's gonna have the same idea to get the fuck out. We lost
We
someone.
lost someone. We lost Robin.
He's gone. He's one of them.
No.
No.
No!
Alright, so
Meow.
well, like I'm saying, everybody's
That
gonna get
sounded
the idea.
like a cat having a stroke.
I just want to make a quick
Cats that are
point.
having strokes.
I want to make a quick point about the thought of being in the countryside or whatever. Is the zombie outbreak that we're thinking of? Are the wildlife infected or are they safe? Because that would
Let's-
be
let's-
I think
going
the
to
question is: are they
countryside
able to
problem.
be infected?
Yeah, I think let's say the wildlife is safe, but unless if the wildlife eats something that is infected, it doesn't become infected, but it carries the infection inside its cells, almost like a host.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
like
think it
in
would have
Resident
carried the
Evil.
infected
That's
because
why never eat raw
if
meat.
assuming it's a virus, assuming the zombie disease is a virus, it'll have to, in order to infect humans, it'll have had to have mutated to specifically infect humans.
Yes, and
So
it's
it wouldn't be actually able to be infect
yeah.
other animals, but
And
it'd
zombies
be able
are-
like
to carry.
zombies-
rabies or something like which can be passed from animal to
Yeah.
Most
human.
animals are already
Unless it's
run
something-
on
yeah.
basic instinct already, though. So that's the thing. If a zombie's run on basic instincts, animals already practically run on basic instincts. It's not really going to do much difference of how animals actually act already.
Part of the ability they have to suddenly spread the disease, though.
It might make them more aggressive, but otherwise, animals will be still like that.
Well, the problem would be is the animals are a source of food,
Yes.
when you go out into the countryside and rural areas, like where I am. I'm near the coast, so I could do with fish. I'm also surrounded by lots of wooded areas and very low population, so there's not going to be a lot of zombie population here to start with unless something wanders in. And it's just like, will I be able to still be able to go after the meat of animals that are in the area or not? That's going to be the biggest worry for someone who's out in an area like that.
I suppose the first, but then you'd have to check. I suppose would be the thing. If
you'd
it's
have to,
bitten,
like,
then it's best not risk it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's like, for example, even if the bite's on the leg, don't bother
True.
cutting the leg off. Just
very
leave
true.
the whole thing.
Absolutely. Okay. Right. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I
Hello?
thought I lost everybody for a moment there. Goddamn.
No, we all got quiet.
Yeah, dead quiet. All right, moving on to the next subject. We've talked about zombies and what will happen. Let's talk about our favorite zombie movies. Ooh,
Oh,
love
Fancy.
Zombieland.
Zombieland, yeah.
It's my
Zombieland.
favourite. Hello, the Twinkies. Come on, people.
Zombieland was
Dawn
a
of the
step
Dead.
forward in zombie movies.
And
I
then
do
they
agree.
had to make it then they had to make it an Amazon Prime TV show.
Oh god, that movie doesn't even exist in my mind. It's gone.
I've not even watched it. I heard it was shit, and I was just like, no.
No, you haven't watched it because it doesn't fucking
No.
exist. It's not Zombieland.
Okay.
I suppose if it counts as a movie, like if you put all the episodes together, because technically it's like a episode after episode thing. But there's a brilliant show called Dead Set, which comes on every Halloween in the UK, and it's set on it's what's happening is there's like the big brother's happening, and typical things happen and people get evicted and whatever, and as that's happening the zombie apocalypse happens, and the only place that they can run to is the Big Brother house. And it's such a brilliant TV show or film, whatever, it depends on how you watch it. And
You're
the
gonna have to
ending is
send me a
absolutely
copy
fantastic
of it.
as well.
Why have I
Yeah,
never heard of this?
And we can always count for The Walking Dead too. Nobody
Yeah.
really needs to go into The Walking Dead because I can pretty much
Oh, that
guarantee.
goes without saying.
We've all pretty
Yeah.
much seen The Walking Dead, so
Someone throw
Yeah,
Carl
I've
at a
not
zombie.
seen all of it, but I've seen at least some of it.
yeah.
Yeah, if
Well,
you
what
just
about
put-
the remake of the one room in the mall? I believe it's Day of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead, yeah.
Dawn of the
Shaun of the Dead?
Shaun of the
That
Dead.
is brilliant.
My
Shaun of
favorite
the
Shaun of the
brilliant.
Dead.
Shaun of the Dead was the first zombie film I've seen.
That
I
was
got-
awesome.
I have I'm pointing to the left if you guys can't see, but I have Resident Evils. I have all of them. I have Warm Bodies.
Oh, I'm
I
so
have-
sorry you wasted your money.
Oh god, it looks like I'm turning into a zombie. My temperature's gone up to 99.7.
Dude, I've been totally this past like 3 weeks buying zombie movies like crazy. I have been.
I've been watching.
Should we count The Corpse Bride as a zombie movie?
Oh, it's an animated one.
Yeah, I guess so. They're dead.
That's-
Well, technically, if you want to go about that route, should we count The Last of Us as a zombie movie? Because it's practically like a movie with all the scenes and shit.
Left 4 Dead 2.
I haven't played The Last of
Left 4
Us.
Dead 2 actually plays like
I
a
need to
movie.
play The Last
Yeah.
of Us.
Oh, wow.
Yes, you do. You really need to play The Last of Us.
I have The
I
Last
also
of
heard
Us.
no, but the thing is about The Last of Us, they are actually making a movie for it.
Oh, I know.
I'm
Yeah, I
pretty sure
hear that.
that's how we're gonna get zombies. It's gonna be the
girl-
mushrooms.
Yeah.
Guess who they're hiring for the movie?
Mushrooms.
I know the girl who plays Arya from Game of Thrones is meant to be the girl in it.
Well, in that
Plays
case,
Ellie.
Arya's
I
fucked
know.
for getting
Uh,
Arya's screwed for getting zombie.
yeah. I was gonna be like, guess who's not going to be hired for the Last of Us movie? Ellen Page.
Oh my god, yes.
At
Ellen
least they're
Page,
getting Neil Druckmann to help direct it.
Ellen Page is the actress who Ellie character
Two
was
Souls.
based off of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just throwing that one out there. And the
Say that.
older version of Joel was actually supposed to be based off kind of like Liam Neeson.
Oh.
Really?
I wonder
And
I haven't
what that
seen
would
much
actually be.
of,
I kind of want to see. I kind of want to see Nia. I can't say his name right now. I kind of want to see him play Joel in the movie.
Yeah, that would actually be cool.
That would be cool.
I-
I haven't seen much of Last of Us because I do want to get it at some point. But, you know, I've been trying really hard not to watch any of the gameplay of it because I want to experience it firsthand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to do that, then you might as well get an Elgato gaming record and record the actual first time experience. That would be good for your channel, man.
Yeah.
and play it on grounded mode.
Oh, that's what I did. The first thing I did was I put it on the hardest freaking difficulty there was.
That way, it actually feels like a zombie apocalypse.
Oh.
Okay, we've covered movies now, and we're already practically basically into games. What are some of our favorite and most hated zombie games out there, guys?
Both
Walking
in the
Dead.
same thing, DayZ.
Well, here's sort of an underground one that I found about through YouTube through this one person that I watched, the Sargon of Akkad. He's making a zombie game that's sort of different. It's called Necromancer.
Ooh.
Instead of playing the hero that goes against the zombies, you play as a person that controls it's like a strategy game, and you control the zombies instead. Like, place different types of zombies on the board and do it like that.
Is it going to be is it going to be a board game, or is it going to be
It's a video game. It's a video game.
over the top third person shooter, kind of like Halo?
It's not. No, it's not. It's not like a. It's not a shooter game. It's a strategy game. It's sort of a board video game. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I
so
think
you're
it's-
saying that it's like a tactics strategy game.
Yeah, kind of like I was saying.
Yeah, that's
kinda
what
like
I'm
Halo
thinking.
Wars or something like that.
Ah, yeah, Halo.
On the Wii U, there is Zombie.
Zombie U.
Which
I
is,
love
I love
there is,
that.
Oh, yeah.
I've
There is
never
actually
heard
a
of
game
it.
mode where
My
you
one-
place down zombies, and then
Yeah.
one person places down, the other person tries to fight them. I think that's a really
My one
it's a good
complaint-
idea, but
It was yeah. But my one complaint about that game is that it was or the advertisements had a better version of the game than the actual game itself.
oh yeah, the game's actually
Dead
crap.
Island.
You guys
Well,
want
the
to know
game
something?
isn't crap. It's crap when you compare it to the advertisements.
I completely
Oh, yeah.
cut the Wii out of my life after they announced that Bayonetta 2 was exclusively for the Wii. So after that, I was pissed. I was like, yeah, no, I'm done. But we also have like the new game like Dying Light. Dying Light is, what do you guys think? I think it's bloody awesome and amazing.
I haven't
Oh,
played it
yeah.
yet because I have no
yeah,
money.
no, it's absolutely
Yeah, I'm
fantastic.
broke.
I like
Same
open
here.
world games anyway, so
Yeah, they're-
yeah.
I did watch
Wait.
JonTron, and I think it was kind of funny to see, or not JonTron, Angry Joe with the drop kicks.
Oh, yeah?
It was
Like,
funny.
because Dying Light, for those of you who do not know who Dying Light is, why the fuck are you watching this podcast in the first place? Dying
It's all
Light
over YouTube.
is like Dead Island with parkour. Hardcore parkour. Every time I say
Dead
parkour,
Island.
hardcore
It's
parkour.
Dead-
goddamn.
So
It's
it's
Dead
Assassin's
Island
Creed
mixed with
with-
Mirror's
Yeah.
Edge.
Mirror's
It's
Edge,
Dead
yes.
Island if they actually didn't release it at the time when they did, and they improved the writing and they improved everything.
Considerably.
and I really like Dead Island, and I
I
gotta
do.
say that's
I
one
don't
of the
know if
reasons
Dead
that I
Island
really want to
Riptide-
get Dying
I
I
thought
Light.
it was
don't know if
okay.
Dead Island 2 is coming out, guys.
I don't know if Dead
Yeah.
Island.
Is it
Riptide
really?
is
They
something
have
else.
like how many other types of games has Dead Island made other than the Dead Island? Because I remember I see like
There's Dead
Riptide.
Island.
Dead
Island
There is
Riptide.
Dead Island Riptide, and
There's
then there is a
Riptide.
mobile
I
game
don't- I
called
don't
Dead
know- I
Island
don't know.
something.
I don't know about everyone
Uh,
else, but I didn't really find.
There's Dead Island
Riptide
Epidemic.
particularly good.
Yeah, Dead
Yeah,
Island,
which
but
is a really stupid. It's a MOBA, and
it's over the top
Yeah.
new game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but,
I
Dead Island
I
Riptide
always
should
I
have
always
just
thought
been
that
PS.
they should have kept back. They should have not released it when they did, and kind of they should have gone over it a bit
Right.
more because
Yeah,
there were still
it
things
wasn't
there
great.
that I thought needed to
Right.
be a bit more there.
More polished.
What about what's
Yeah.
your guys' opinion on the newest zombie in the zombie franchise, H1Z1, guys? Not a damn thing.
I couldn't
You can see
hear
the
you.
tumbleweed
Oh.
flying across the screen.
Sorry. What is your guys' opinion on the newest game in the zombie franchises, H1Z1?
I'll wait
I-
until
I have not played it
It's
yet.
unfinished. I think it's unfinished.
It
Yeah.
is in alpha. It's not even in beta. It
Yeah.
is in alpha. But for the fact
Yeah,
that
you can buy to get into it, but it's going to be free when it comes out. And frankly, I want to see one of those zombie survival games like DayZ and H1Z1 actually get done and released. Because
Yeah.
seeing them in development, it's like, yeah, this is good, but I want to see the final product. I want to see what it's going to be. That's when I want to be able to look at it and go, this is what I think about the game. Until then, it's like, who knows? They could just give up and, leave their company and go work on another project. DayZ.
That actually happened with a non-zombie game. It was like a city builder game. It was incredible. I didn't buy it.
SimCities?
It wasn't SimCity. It was an indie game. It was the first game to get Steam greenlit at it was before early access and it was half finished. And the developer just gave up on it and left after taking everybody's money.
Oh,
Wow.
That's so
that's
bad.
just bad.
And they gave it to someone else. And then when the person found out, oh crap, this thing is half finished, and then he just I'm slowly trying to learn this person's code to finish this thing up, but I don't really know what's gonna happen.
Reminds
So it's
me-
basically a dead game.
There's a particular vampire game. I can't remember the particular name of it. It's pretty good, at the start, but then it just tails off towards the end. But overall,
It's like Bloody Rain or something like that. I think I know which one you're talking about.
Blood Rain.
Blood Rain.
No, it's like Bloody Rain. It's not Blood Rain. Or something like that. It's like Blood Rain 3.
Bloodlines. Bloodlines.
I had this game on the Xbox, and it was the Xbox 360, and it was a cheapo game, right? God, it's bugging me. We're not talking about
Alex,
vampires.
you say
We're not talking
Bloodlines?
about
No, not vampire. Yeah, I went off topic there. That's my.
All right.
I was just curious, Alex. You said Bloodlines. Are you talking about the Vampire the Masquerade game?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that we talked about that, are there any zombie books out there you guys appreciate? We gotta get ready
I
to
like the
wrap this up
original,
quickly too, guys.
World
So
War Z.
World War
Yeah,
Z.
Going for an hour.
the World War Z book is really good.
Yeah, I think that one's quite good.
I have
Yeah.
this particular favorite series. It's called The Remaining, and
Right.
it's
Go on.
It's about this guy. He's practically military, but what he does is whenever there's an incident in the United States, like say the incident with North Korea where everything was getting escalated and they think they might have bombed us, he would go down in a bunker, and every day in the bunker, his superiors would contact him, and then they'd eventually tell him it's safe to come up. But if they didn't contact him for longer than 48 hours, his mission would activate, and he had to go out there and try to recreate government and society and stuff like that. But this happens with a zombie apocalypse, though.
Right.
He doesn't.
Ah.
Yeah, and there's 4 books. The 5th one's being made, and it's personally, I think it's an amazing book. Anybody else got any?
Yeah.
If I do, I saw
You
a
count
book
the White
a few
Walkers from
days
Game of
ago.
Thrones.
No.
Yeah.
No.
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 No?
No.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Are we counting the White Walkers from the Game of Thrones as zombies?
No.
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 They can think. They strategy. They're not zombies. They're
But
just.
they're undead. They are
So
dead.
technically, so are skeletons and vampires.
Ah,
Are we gonna count the Draugr from Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls?
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
no.
No. Right. Oh.
I
Well,
don't
they do
know.
attack whatever they see. They sit there and rest until they see something.
I do.
It's debatable. We're marking it as debatable.
Leave it up to debates.
What about all like the monsters and stuff in Dark Souls, like Nito and all that?
They're not
You know what I
zombies.
noticed? You know what I actually noticed? When we were talking about games, nobody brought up the Walking Dead game from Telltale.
Oh,
Well,
I
that goes
love
to
that
that
damn
I don't like
game.
it.
So
That,
good.
that was a game.
Yeah.
What's the game? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was
I
so good.
Telltale.
I really want to get season 2 of it.
I
I
have got
thought
season 2.
I
have got
thought it
season
was
2.
a way to torture people over in Guantanamo
good.
Bay.
Aw.
Oh, I
Wait, are you talking about the Telltale Walking Dead or the Walking Dead
Telltale.
video game that
Walking
was
Dead.
absolutely
Survival
crap?
Instinct.
I'm talking about the Walking Dead Walking one, but I was making people trying to think. I was
Telltale.
talking about the Tall Tale. I played the first episode of the first season. Other than that, I haven't really touched it though.
Sadly, I like the story from The Walking Dead season 1 better than The Walking Dead TV show, which is sad.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
To be honest.
The Walking
I
Dead
do.
show was good. Now it's getting a little,
Repetitive.
yeah.
Just like
I'm still
everything
waiting
else
for
in this
season
genre.
5, it's starting to get a bit more like
Well,
interesting. Like I think ever since season 2, everyone's kind of been a bit so with The Walking Dead, and probably in fear that season 2 would happen again, which was basically just nothing happening.
Well, yeah, that, and the only reason why they keep going back is they don't know who the fuck's safe in the show or not.
Yeah.
They don't know who's gonna die or not.
Yeah.
And
I'm like Game of Thrones.
for those of you people who read the graphic novel or the comics like that, you're not safe either. Andrew was supposed to live, bitches.
Yeah.
was
Andrea's Andrea
supposed to live.
Yeah, Andrea's with Rick now in the comic books, right? I
Right.
think. And Rick has one hand.
Yep.
Thanks to the
Spoiler
government.
alerts!
That's a little
Maybe you
bit.
should
Show
have said
and
that
the
at the
comic
start
have
of
split.
this.
Oh yeah, and Carol's should be dead. Carol should be dead.
Alright, so
She's dead in the comics.
now, guys, we have come to an end. We've had this glorious podcast with all of these amazing people. Fuck you. Everybody, thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, and thank all you amazing people who are willing to be here and be a part of this idea of mine.
You're welcome.
I do appreciate you guys being
No,
here.
no.
It was a
You
lot
can
of
go
fun
I'm
for my
just sorry
first
for being
ever.
late.
I like to do this again sometime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was a lot of fun
definitely.
for my first ever
Yeah.
We should do
podcast
this as a
experience.
regular thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
like
Would
I've said
anyone-
before, I
Would anyone
plan.
Do it as a
object to
regular
doing,
thing.
like,
That way we can get more
vampires and
subscribers.
Vampires, I
Put
wouldn't
AdSense
object to
on
that.
our videos so we can get money.
I actually plan on doing podcasts about twice a month, every month, but with
cool.
different subjects on each subject.
But yeah, I was gonna say like we could do vampires, werewolves.
Vampires,
Yeah,
werewolves.
awesome
We can do maybe some political ideas, like that. Just different
Yeah.
subjects for everything.
So,
But-
And political ideas could be great because we have no idea what our political stances are. Which
I
we should
study
save
I
for-
study political science. So
Absolutely.
I've got that covered. Yeah.
But
God shave the queen.
God save the queen.
I thought you said God shit.
Hey.
No,
Okay.
I did say
Hey,
shave.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Hey,
Well, you said shave.
I'm not.
God shake the queen.
Okay, come on, guys. Come on.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Alright. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more of our videos and us do more podcasts, tell us in the comments below. We would love to see that. And you can always subscribe to me and every single one of these amazing people here. I will put the annotations to all their accounts right now, right here, all over. Swaya. I'm being weird on the screen, guys. Ignore me. Swaya. Either way, I hope you guys have a great time watching this video. And until next time, guys, shake and bake.